Good morning, beautiful people, or good evening or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Myra. This is In Divine Time Tarot. I do tarot readings, I also do astrology readings and a life coaching session. So if you want to book with me, the links will be in the bio. Let's hop into this video. So today I'm going to be talking about manifestation. I know I make like a lot of shorts and videos on this type of thing, but I really wanted to dive into it because it has been life-changing for me, honestly. And I know when I first started learning about manifestation, because I didn't know anything about it in the beginning, like years and years and years ago. I was just like everybody else, like looking on YouTube, looking on anywhere on the internet that I could find anything, reading books about manifestation, and like trying to find a technique that worked for me, because there are so many techniques that you will run across on the internet, books, like all of these things you'll run across, and you're trying to figure out like, hey, like I can't figure out what works for me. I can't figure out what strategy to do. And then you get frustrated and you think, oh, this does not work. Like I can't do it. I'm not able to manifest the things that I want. And so I wanted to help the beginner, right? The person that does not really understand manifestation yet. They're just looking up stuff and they're just trying it out. So the first thing, number one, is mind your mindset. That is the first tip that I'm going to give you guys. And the reason why I say this is the first and most important step when learning how to manifest is because your mindset is everything, right? If you were working from a space of limitation, survival, and you don't really believe that you actually deserve the things that you want, or you don't even see it as a valuable way of living or something that you can have, you're never going to have it, right? The universe works off of universal principles, right? Universal laws. And I'm going to talk about this in another video, going over universal laws in general. One law that I want to point out is the law of resonance, right? And the law of resonance basically states that your dominant thoughts, because our thoughts are energy, your dominant thoughts are what you attract, right? So if your thought is constantly being consumed about, oh, I don't have enough money, even if you say affirmations like, oh, I am rich, I am wealthy, I am well taken care of, whatever it is. But if your dominant thought is always, I'm never going to have this money, nobody in my family ever had this amount of money, I'm never going to be able to get this, then what you say out of your mouth consciously versus what you think unconsciously is not going to add up. And so what's going to happen is those unconscious thoughts that you're having that are dominating your thought pattern, that energy from that thought is what the universe is going to send back to you, right? So that energy is going to come right back to you in the same way, and you are not going to get that money that you're trying to manifest. Number two, realize that whatever you are trying to manifest, you already are. Follow me here for my beginners. Like I said in step number one, right? Your thoughts are energy. But guess what? So is everything else. You are energy. I am energy. This wooden table right here behind me is also energy. These plants are also energy, right? It's just that we look different. Our physical components of what we are made up out of is different. So let's say we have it on 3 stages, right? So we have the thought, right? We have the thought, which is energy. Or we just have energy in its raw form, let's say, right? And so in order for it to become a physical, tangible property, so like this wooden table or those plants or me even, right? It goes through these phases of being raw energy to being transmutated into something, right? And then becoming that physical product or being or whatever it is. So with that being said, everything that you desire, you are already that thing, because there is no separation or difference of energy. It's all just energy. It's just whatever it transmute into to become that physical property, right? So for example, when I was looking for a car a few years ago, I wrote down exactly what I wanted, all the features, all the bells and whistles, everything that I wanted, right? And then I got the car. Like literally every single detail, everything, the color, everything. I got everything that I wanted in the car. And that car was already the same energy as me, right? It was already the same energy as me because it was my thought, and my thought is just energy. And so I transmuted that energy into a physical thing, which would be my car. You need to realize that the thing that you want also wants you. You have to be on that same frequency of the thing that you want. And that leads us into step 3. All right, so far we covered step 1 with minding your own mindset. Step 2, recognizing that you are already the energy of the things that you want to create and want to bring into your life. We're going to get into step 3, which is declaring those things. In a previous video, I talked about declaring the things that you desire. So declaring means, let's say for instance, let's use a car example. These are the things that I want in my car. I'm so grateful, I'm so thankful for these things that I have in my car, because giving gratitude is also important in this declaration stage, right? You say what you want and you know that you're going to get it. It's not a if, it's not a I hope, it's not a maybe, it's no. These are the things that these are the things that are going to come in my car, and I'm just so grateful that I have this car and I have the things in this car, and I know that I'm going to get this car. It's not, there's no room in your mind for like doubt, right? There's no anything. Like, you just know that this thing that you want is yours. And I understand, especially for my beginners, or especially for people that are still struggling with having an abundant mindset, that it can be very hard to stay in that place. And it's okay if you slip out for a second, but bring yourself right on back. Bring yourself right on back to that place of knowing, right? And so when you say, this thing is mine and this thing is going to happen, then I want you to realize that it's going to happen. It's going to happen, and you're going to get what you desire, because that is the way that the universe works. Now, with that being said, that can also be the opposite, right? So if you are a person that says, oh, well, I know this thing is going to happen for me, but then subconsciously you allow your thoughts to run rampant, and you tell yourself, oh, nobody else around me has this, nobody in my family, everybody is gonna, I don't think that I could. When you have those types of thoughts and you allow them to run amok in your mind, then that doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to get what you're trying to manifest, but it could slow it down a lot. All right, so step 4. Now, this may sound counterproductive to everything that I just said, but I want you to forget about the thing that you are manifesting. And when I say forget about it, what I mean is you have already done the step of declaring this thing, right? Whenever we give a declaration is saying that this thing is mine. I am claiming it. It is mine. It's mine, right? And so there is no need to go out here and think you have to search for it or keep thinking about it constantly. Let me give you an example. So you have shoes at your house, I assume. When you wake up in the morning and you're getting ready for work or school or whatever it is, you're just going outside, right? And you know that you need to put on shoes. Do you think about if your shoes are going to be, I don't know, under your bed or by your front door or wherever it is that you keep your shoes? No. You know that your shoes are going to be there. You get up, get yourself together, put on your shoes to head out for the day, right? You don't think about your shoes. You forget about them until you have to put them on. And why is that? It's because you already have them. They are yours. So you don't think about things that are already yours. So we're going to apply that same example to step 4 with forgetting about it. Let's take the example of the car. You are manifesting this car, right? You are trying to transmute that energy, or excuse me, not trying. You have transmuted that energy, right? From just a thought, just a thing that you desire, to coming down into your physical reality, right? That process is already in motion. So what is there to think about? You've declared it, it's yours. It's on its way. So there's no need for you to continuously think about, oh, am I going to get the car? Oh, it has all the features I want. No, it's going to have everything that you want. It's going to be just the way you wanted it because you've already declared it. Now, the way in which it comes to you, you don't have control over that, right? So you could think, oh, I'm getting this car from, I don't know, ABC Cars, but really, your uncle pulls up in front of the house like, oh, hey, yeah, so I just had this extra car and I was thinking about just giving it away. You want it? And then it just happens to be the exact same car that you wanted with all the features that you wanted. Listen, and I know you may think like, oh, that's a crazy example. That will never happen. You will be surprised. You will be surprised the way that the universe just delivers in the most crazy ways that you never even thought was possible. But I digress on that. So final step, number 5, that is to give gratitude. You have a lot to be grateful for. Give gratitude for the thing that is already yours. Be grateful for it, right? Be grateful for that new car that is about to be dropped off in front of your house or your apartment or whatever. Be grateful for all of the adventures that you're gonna have, all the road trips that you're gonna have, all the trips to the beach that you're gonna have in that vehicle. Express your gratitude for it. And pro tip, while you're in that frequency of gratitude, right? Because there is a certain energy that you have in that you can feel in your body when you're giving gratitude. It's almost like this, at least this happens for me. I can't speak for everybody, but it's almost like this feeling of like building inside of my body where I just get more and more, it's not excited, but it just, I really can't explain it. It's almost like a floating feeling. Yes, that's what it feels like. It's like a floating feeling that I get when I'm saying things that I'm grateful for. And then what I do is I just roll in other things that I want to have, right? So I'll roll in thankfulness for this random $10,000 check that just showed up in the mail for whatever reason, or this opportunity just came up out of any reason, because I'm already in that space of gratitude and I'm already having like that elevated frequency. So why not throw in those extra things, Okay, beautiful people. So that is it. Those are my 5 tips for manifesting anything that you want to have in your life. If you feel as though you still need additional help, if you feel stuck in any part of this, definitely feel free to work with me. I'm accepting new clients. I do, again, life coaching sessions, tarot readings, and astrological readings. So definitely feel free to hit me up and let me know if you want to work with me, if you need help, if you want a one-time reading, a one-time coaching session, whatever it is, I got you. The link will be in the description. For TikTok, I'll just put it on the screen and you can just go there to book with me. Also, I do have journals for my people that feel as though they are stuck on stage 1, where it's really hard to get out of that lack mindset and really start to believe that you can manifest the things that you want. There are a lot of shifting prompts in there. Shifting prompts are something will help you to move from one mindset into a mindset of abundance. So typically the mindset of lack into the mindset of abundance. And these practices really work, and I know that they really work because I use them. And I've also helped other people to use them to be able to shift their mindsets into abundant mindsets from like, especially if you come from a place where scarcity was like a common belief. Like you were taught, we'll never have the money for this, you'll never be able to do this, only rich people can do this, those types of statements. And that takes a lot of work to break through that, but it's possible and you can do it. Sometimes you just need a little extra help. So that is it. Thank you so much for tuning in to In Divine Time Tarot and all the other things. And I hope you guys have a beautiful Saturday. Bye.